Welcome to the National Science and Math Quiz. Selma?
5.4 watts.
You're right.
Even function.
You're right. KNUST Senior High School. Congratulations on winning the contest. This is the 23rd year of the program and the 21st edition. Let me remind you of last year. Last year, we brought you 135 schools, 67 contests. At the end of the day, in the final, as you have all seen, and if you will remember, we had a very competitive final, which featured University Practice Senior High School, Adisadel College, and Prempeh College. You also saw, or if you remember from last time, the scores at that contest ranged between 38 and 42. So if I tell you it was competitive, it truly was. It was a very exciting contest. At the end of the day, it was Prempeh College that won. Prempeh College is our reigning champion, and they are here to try to repeat what Presec did some years back, 2008, 2009. But there are also many other schools ready to get rid of them. So this year, we started out with 134 schools. We have already had 36 preliminary contests, out of which we had 36 winners and 18 high-scoring schools that did not win but have joined them to meet also with our 27 seeded schools from last year. That makes a total of 81 schools competing in 40 contests this year. You can tell that the scale has increased greatly. We started out last year with 67. This year we have 40 plus 36. 76 contests. Bigger. All right. So, today, we begin with the 1A stage of competition, and this is how things are going to go. We are going to have 27 1A stage contests, 9 quarterfinals, 3 semifinals, and a single grand finale with 3 schools once again. It's going to be extremely exciting from all indications. Some innovations which you are already aware of if you've been following our preliminary contests. This time we have a new round. We have moved from a regular 4 rounds of competition to 5 rounds. So we have a new round, the speed race, which should be very exciting indeed. Please look forward to that. Before we begin, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all those who make it possible for us to bring you the National Science and Math Quiz year after year. I'll start with the very hard-working consultants. They have already been introduced. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Then we have our sponsors. Without the sponsors, this doesn't take place. And so we thank all our sponsors. I will acknowledge them more formally in a little bit. Then we have teachers. Teachers who work with these students all year round, follow them, some yell at them, some encourage, some cry along with their students. Teachers, well done and thank you. The teachers are not alone. We also have the parents. Parents who pray for their children, who follow them here. In fact, big as I am, you have heard, I still have my mother with me. Mommy, thank you for 10 years. So thank you, parents, for being so supportive. Then we have the supporters that come. Schools that bring bus loads of students to support their teams here. It adds something special to the program for the contestants to know that they have a support group following them and cheering them on. Thank you, supporters. I would also like to thank the contestants themselves. It is not easy to come and sit up here. We have fun, but the stress is great. So thank you for all your hard work and for making all of this possible. I wish all of you very well. My name is Dr. Elsie Ifa-Kaufman. I am a senior lecturer in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, University of Ghana, and I am your quiz mistress. Thank you. So today we bring you the first of the 1A stage contest, which features Oforipanin Senior High School, Presby Senior High Technical School, Aburi, and Damango Senior High School. I have here with me Oforipanin Senior High School, represented by
Portia Ewa Piazza, final year.
Ofori Ebenezer, training final year.
You are very welcome, gentlemen and lady. How are you today?
Fine.
Great. A little bit about Oforipanin Senior High School. The school was here last year and went to the quarter-final stage and hence are seeded. Great. Unfortunately, it was University Practice Senior High School that took you out of the competition last year. Never mind, you are here and we are happy to see you. What are your expectations for today?
We hope that with the grace of God, we are going to win this contest.
All right. Thank you and best wishes. Next is Damango Senior High School, represented by
Ibrahim Sharif, final year.
Dramani Nazir, final year.
You're very welcome, gentlemen. How are you today?
We are fine.
Damango Senior High School, you are one of the high-scoring losing schools from our preliminary stage of competition.
Yes.
Right? But I know you've had time to prepare, and you are here to do something wonderful. What might that be?
We are hoping to win the contest.
Okay. Thank you, and best wishes to you.
Thank you.
I have here with me Presby Secondary Technical School, Aburi, represented by
Ade Dixon Kankam Junior, final year.
Enoch Timothy, final year.
All right. Your school started on a very good note because you are winners from our preliminary stage of competition. How did that go?
It was very fantastic for us, and then we think we are going to go on well with the grace of God. Okay.
You are very welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly produced by Primetime Limited and sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools and supported by RMG Ghana Limited, GTP, Duncan Beads, Prisma Beads, and Shitopak, with City FM, Pulse.com.gh, and Stimulus being our media partners. Thank you, sponsors. Contestants, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. Simple, direct questions requiring simple, direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it gets passed on for the other 2 schools to rank for. Once a school ranks and answers correctly, a bonus point. If the school is unable to answer at that stage, it fetches a penalty point. For questions that require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present an answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to present that answer. Partial credit, of course, is possible in this round. Best wishes to all schools. I'm going to start with Damango Senior High School, but I have a preamble for all schools first. I'm going to mention an organism. An organism. Please give the structures of locomotion in the organism I mentioned to your school. Did you get your preamble? All right, great. So now, Damango, trypanosoma. Yes, Nazif?
Flagellates. Flagellates.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. Yes, they are flagellates, but the structure of locomotion is the flagella, right? Okay. Oforipanin, yours. Paramecium.
Xylopodia. Yes, xylopodia.
No.
Talk about.
Yes, Portia.
The pellicle.
That's incorrect. Damango, which of you? Sheriff?
Celia.
You're right. With the same preamble, Presby, Plasmodium.
Plasmodium, parasite,
Yes, Dixon.
no locomotory structure. No locomotory structure.
You're right. For the next set, I have a preamble, and you're going to have 30 seconds to present your answer. This is the preamble. Find the sum and the product of the roots of the quadratic equation I give you. Do you have your preamble? Great. Damango, your quadratic equation is 2x squared plus half x minus 1/3 is equal to 0.
Have you got an answer?
Yes, Sheriff.
We have for the sum, we have minus 1/4. Then for the product, we have minus 1/6.
You're right. Oforipanin, with the same preamble. Your quadratic equation is 1/3 x squared plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Yes, Portia.
The sum is -6 and the product is 15.
You're right. Presby, with the same preamble, your quadratic equation is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Enoch.
The sum is 2/3, and the product is 1/3.
You're right. The fundamental charge is approximately 1.6 times 10 raised to the power -19 coulombs. That's the preamble. Now, Damango, what is the change in kinetic energy of a proton when it is accelerated through a potential difference of 2.0 volts? Yes, Sheriff.
We have 1.4 times 10 to the power minus 19 joules.
That's incorrect for bonus. Yes, so for opinion, which of you? Ebenezer?
3.2 times 10 to the power -19 joules.
You are right. An alpha particle is accelerated through the same potential difference of 2.0 volts. Find the change in its kinetic energy. Yes, Ebenezer.
3.2 times 10 to the power negative 19 joules.
That's incorrect for a bonus. The right answer is 6.4 times 10 to the power negative 19 joules. What potential difference is needed to change the kinetic energy of a proton by 8.0 times 10 to the power negative 19 joules? Yes, Enoch?
5 volts.
That's right. Damango, how many elements, including hydrogen, are present in group 1 of the periodic table? Yes, Sheriff?
Yeah, 7.
You're right. For opinion, how many elements are present in the 4th period of the main group elements?
18.
Portia?
18.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Yes, Sheriff?
8.
You're right. How many elements are present in group 8 or 18 of the periodic table? Enoch?
6.
You're right. Explain the method of fertilizer application. Did you get the preamble? All right, I'm going to go. Broadcasting. Yes, Sheriff?
Broadcasting refers to the process by which the fertilizer is applied randomly across the land.
By spreading.
Spreading it.
Yes, I'll give that to you. Oforipanin, ring method. Portia?
Madam, please, you dig a small hole around the plants, as in a circular form, and then you fit in the fertilizer in there.
Yes. Presby, top dressing. Enoch?
In top dressing, the fertilizer is applied on top of the heap of where the plant has been planted, on top of the soil of the plant.
That's incorrect for bonus. Oh, this refers to the second application of fertilizer several weeks after the first dose has been applied. So you are topping up, right? That's why it's top dressing. Evaluate the numerical expression. That's the preamble. All right, so Damango, 64 raised to the power 2/3. Is your hand up, Sheriff? Go ahead.
Madam, 16.
You're right. Oforipanin, with the same preamble. 625 raised to the power negative 3/4. Yes, Beneza.
1/125.
You're right. 243 raised to the power 4/5. Enoch?
8.
That's incorrect for bonus. Yes, Sheriff?
242.
No. The right answer is 81. An object is at rest on the floor of a bus, moving with a steady velocity on a horizontal road. I hope you got the preamble. Great. Damango, what is the force needed to keep the object moving with the bus? Sheriff?
Madam, 0 newtons.
Yes. All right, Oforipanin. If there is no friction between the object and the floor of the bus, what happens to the object when the bus stops suddenly? Portia?
The object will be jerked forward in the bus because it has inertia.
That's fine. Stop while you're ahead. Presby, with the same preamble. Why does the object slide forward when the bus stops suddenly? Yes, Enoch.
This is due to the law of inertia, which states that a body continues to be at rest and also continues to move until an external force is applied to it. So as the body with the car is moving, but when the car stops, the body doesn't stop. That's why it moves the jet forward.
Okay. That's because no force has acted on it to stop its motion, right? Okay, good. Last set of questions for the round. You'll need 30 seconds. Damango, calculate the pH of 10 centimeter cubed of 0.10 mole per decimeter cubed HCl diluted with water to 100 centimeter cubed. Yes, Sheriff.
Madam, 2.
You're right. Oforipanin, calculate the pH of 0.10 mole per decimeter cube solution of KOH. Portia.
The pH is 13.
You're right. Last question, Presby. Calculate the pH of a solution made by mixing 10 centimeter cubed of 0.2 mole per decimeter cubed NaCl solution with 10 centimeter cubed of 0.2 mole per decimeter cubed HCl solution. Yes, Dixon.
4.
That's incorrect for bonus. Oh, the pH is 1. And that brings us to the end of the first round.
Welcome to the good life of agriculture with RMG Ghana Limited. Experience our quality crop protection products, seeds, fertilizers, irrigation equipment, and technical expertise to increase your yield. RMG Ghana Limited, agriculture on a sustainable basis.
End of the first round. Presbyterian Secondary Technical School Aburi has 15 points. Oforipanin Senior High School has 16 points. Damango Senior High School has 21 points. Well done, contestants. Let me encourage you to work even harder. Round 2. In this round, which we call the speed race, questions are thrown to all schools at the same time. In order to answer a question, you need to ring your bell. May I hear your bell, Oforipanin Senior High School? Thank you. Yours, Damango. And yours, Presbyterian Secondary. Thank you. Once you ring, you are to immediately supply your answer. If you get the question, the answer right on the first attempt, 3 points. If there's a need for a second attempt, it fetches 2 points. And if there's a need for an even third attempt, that fetches a single point. For questions that require calculations, you will have 30 seconds maximum. For questions that do not require calculations, you have 10 seconds maximum. Best wishes to all schools. First question. From which Latin word does the element sodium derive? Yes, Enoch?
Natrium.
You're right. Next question. Which is the fourth element in group 2? Enoch?
Strontium.
Pardon?
Strontium.
You're right. Name the chemist whose name is associated with addition reactions to double bonds in organic chemistry. Enoch or Dixon?
Augustine Kekule.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you? Sheriff?
Makov-Nivkov.
You're right. The mass of a proton is approximately 1.67 times 10 raised to the power negative 27 kilogram. What is the approximate mass of a tritium nucleus? Yes, Ebenezer.
3.2 times 10 to the power negative 27 kilogram.
That's incorrect. Yes, Sheriff.
4.01 times 10 to the power minus 27 kilogram.
No. Yes, Enoch.
5.01 times 10 to the power negative 27 kilograms.
Good job. Sand is poured vertically onto a sand heap on a horizontal surface at a rate of 0.5 kilogram per second. Find the average force on the surface if the sand particles fall on the heap at 6 meters per second. Yes, Sheriff.
3 newtons.
You're right. What accounts for the difference between the mass of an atomic nucleus and the sum of the masses of its nucleons? Yes, Enoch.
Mass defect. Mass defect.
No. Who rang next? Oforipanin.
Please, the proton number.
No. Yes, Sheriff.
The binding energy.
You're right. For the next set of 3 questions, you have a maximum of 30 seconds. Find the number of subsets of a set of 4 elements. Yes, Enoch.
16.
You're right. Find the number of proper subsets of a set of 4 elements. Who rang? Damango, go ahead, Sheriff.
15.
You're right. Find the number of proper non-empty subsets of a set of 4 elements. Yes, Enoch.
1.
No. Yes, Ebenezer.
15.
No. Sheriff.
16.
Oh. The right answer is 14. 14. Name the largest taxon. Okay, go ahead, Sheriff or Nazif.
Kingdom.
Okay. All right, you don't even want to know the rest, huh? No problem. Next question. Name the taxon in which the organisms are believed to be related. Okay, Nazif. Sheriff.
That is the species.
That's incorrect. Dixon.
You should have waited for
Genus.
No. Oforipanin, who is answering? Yes, Ebenezer.
Is the phylum.
You should have waited.
You see, if you had waited. All right, so let me read the question and then give you the answer. Name the taxon in which the organisms are believed to be related only by descent. You see, you know it. It's still the kingdom. All right. Now, last question. Name the taxon in which the organisms are so similar. All right, Enoch.
Species.
You're right. And that's the end of the second round. At the end of the second round, Oforipanin Senior High School has 16 points. Presbyterian Secondary Technical School Aburi has 28 points. Damango Senior High School has 33 points. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin the problem of the day, you have 3 minutes to compose your answer, which will then be presented by each school. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Now, let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. Given that 1 plus kx, all raised to the power 6, is equal to 1 plus 12x plus px squared plus qx cubed, and so on, plus so on, find the values of 1, k, 2, p, 3, q, and 4. Find the coefficient of x raised to the power 4. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. Please stop writing and present your answers. Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers on the boards. The contestants have presented their answers. Before we award the marks, let's look at the suggested solution from the consultants. This is a problem in mathematics. So we've been given that 1 plus kx all raised to the power 6 is equal to 1 plus 12x plus px squared plus qx cubed plus so on. And we are expected to find some values. First one is to find k, then find p, then find q, and then we are to find the coefficient of x to the power 4. This is how to go about it. First thing is to recognize that you can use Pascal's triangle to solve this problem. That's the first point. Once you realize that you need to use Pascal's triangle, you can now expand the expression. So we have 1 plus kx to the power 6 is equal to 1 plus 6kx plus 15 multiplied by kx squared plus 20 multiplied by kx cubed plus so on. All right, and this, by the way, is equal to the original equation that was given, the original expansion. So this is equal to 1 plus 12x plus px squared plus qx cubed, plus so on. For doing this, 3 points. Next is to compare the coefficients, because now you have equivalent expressions, so the coefficients must be equal, right? So if you compare the coefficients, you will see that for the coefficient of x, 6k is equal to 12, and so we solve for k, and k has to be 2. 1 point. For the coefficient of x squared, 15k squared is equal to p, and so p is equal to 15 times 4, which is 60. 2 points. For the coefficient of x cubed, 20k cubed is equal to q, and so q has to be 20 multiplied by 8, because we've already figured out that k is 2. And so this gives 162 points. Now the last part, to find the coefficient of x to the power 4. The term in x to the power 4 is 15 multiplied by kx raised to the power 4. And this is equal to 15 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 4 multiplied by x to the power 4. Remember that k we already know is 2. That's the substitution we've done. And now if you simplify this, you will get x raised to the power 4 is equal to 15 multiplied by 16. That is the coefficient of x to the power 4. It's 15 multiplied by 16, which is 240 for the last 2 points, giving a total of 10 points. That's the suggested solution from the consultants. Now, contestants, Damango, trouble today. Well, you seem to know the coefficients for the Pascal's triangle, so you've listed them there, but there is not much explanation to go along with that. I'm feeling generous. You have 3 points to get for recognizing Pascal's triangle. I'll give you 2 out of the 3, and that's where your success ends, because everything else, no good. 2 out of 10. Presbyterian Secondary Technical Aburi, you did well. You actually went through the whole process. You have K, you have P, you have Q. Then it goes to the last point. I guess at 3 minutes, not enough for you, because you started, but you could not get anywhere with that. Since the last part was worth 2 points, I can't give you anything for it. And so you wind up with 8 out of 10. Oforipanin Senior High School. No problem with our problem of the day. I am happy to award a perfect score. Well done. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to present each school with statements. When you receive your statement, please consider the statement carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point from the scores you've already gathered. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools to ring for. Once a school rings and answers correctly, 2 full points. That's it. I hope you are ready to go. All right. I'm starting with you, Oforipanin. Your statement. The rate of the reaction of a piece of solid reacting in a heterogeneous mixture will depend on the moles of the solid present and the temperature only.
Right.
Yes, Portia?
True.
That's incorrect. It's a false statement. The activation energy of a reaction determines the rate of the reaction. Yes, Dixon?
It's true.
You're right. The Damango. The rates of the forward and backward reactions of a reversible reaction are affected to the same extent by the addition of a catalyst. Yes, Nazif.
It's true.
You're right. Because the moon has a much smaller mass than the Earth, the gravitational force the moon exerts on the Earth is much smaller than the force the Earth exerts on the moon.
False.
Yes, Portia?
False.
You're right. Presby. Because Newton's law of gravitation is universal, the force of gravity on an object on the lunar surface equals the force of gravity on the same object on the Earth's surface. Yes, Dixon?
It's false.
You're right. Damango. An ant on the surface of the Earth pulls on the Earth with as much force as its weight. Yes, Sheriff.
It's true.
You're right. For the next set of 3 statements, I have a preamble. The following applies to a quadratic equation. That's the preamble. Now, Oforipanin, if the discriminant is positive, the quadratic equation has no negative root. Yes, Portia?
True.
Oh, no. That's a false statement. If the discriminant is negative, the quadratic equation has negative roots. Yes, Dixon?
It's false.
You're right. Damango. If the discriminant is 0, the quadratic equation has exactly 1 real root. Yes, Nazif?
It's false.
Oh, no. Oforipanin, the plant cell wall completely isolates adjacent cells from one another. Ebenezer?
It's true.
Oh, no. Presby, the cell wall of plant cells lies outside the plasma membrane. Yes, Dixon?
It's true.
Yes. Damango. The principal chemical component of plant cell walls are phospholipids. Yes, Sheriff?
It's false.
You're right. Oforipanin, all amines contain the functional group NH2. Yes, Portia?
True.
Oh. It's a false statement because you see the secondary and tertiary amines, they contain NHR and NR2. You see? All right. Presby. All alkanoic acids contain the OH group. Yes, Dixon?
It's true.
You're right. Damango. Most alkanoic acids are stronger acids than HCO3 minus. Yes, Nazif?
It's false.
Oh, it's a true statement. In fact, this knowledge is used in the test for alkanoic acids. Oforipanin, the elastic limit of an elastic material is the largest stress that the material can withstand without sustaining fracture. Portia?
It's true.
Oh, dear. That's a false statement. Presby, at the elastic limit, stress is 0. Yes, Dixon?
It's true.
Oh, how? It's a false statement. Damango, Stress may not be proportional to strain at the elastic limit. Yes, Sheriff?
It's false.
Oh dear. That was a true statement. Oforipanin, if two triangles are equiangular, they are similar. Yes, Ebenezer?
It's true.
Yes. Presby, if two quadrilaterals are equiangular, they are similar. Yes, Dixon?
It's false.
Yes. Damango, if two pentagons are equiangular, they are similar. Yes, Sheriff?
It's true.
Yes. Last set of statements, Oforipanin. Ligaments are similar to tendons as they are both made of connective tissue. Yes, Ebenezer?
It's true.
You're right. Presby, the difference between ligaments and tendons is that tendons connect one bone to another bone, ligaments connect muscle to bone. Yes, Dixon?
It's false.
You're right. Last statement. Tendons may also attach muscles to structures such as the eyeball. Yes, Nazif?
It's false.
Oh dear. It's a true statement, and that's the end of the fourth round. At the end of the fourth round, Oforipanin Senior High School has 27 points. Damango Senior High School has 39 points. Presbyterian Secondary Technical School, Aburi, has 49 points. Round 5. This is the round for riddles. Your objective is to solve the riddle. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. If you solve it on the second clue, 4 points. If you solve it on the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. In order to solve a riddle, you need to draw my attention. You do that by ringing your bell. May I hear your bell for Oforipanin Senior High School? Thank you. Yours, Damango. Thank you. And yours, Presbyterian Secondary. Thank you. When you ring, your answer must be ready. There are 4 riddles in all. Best wishes to all schools. First riddle. I am an integer. My smallest value is 1. My largest known value is relatively small, less than... Yes, go ahead. Which of you? Yes, Portia.
Infinity.
That's incorrect. Yes, Damango. Which of you? Sheriff?
Irrational number.
Oh, no. For you, Presbyterian. My largest known value is relatively small, less than 120. I describe a nuclide. I distinguish hydrogen atom from helium, from lithium, from beryllium, and so on. So who am I? Yes, Dixon.
Atomic number.
You're right. I read all the clues, 3 points. Next riddle. I am Greek in origin. Among my proponents are Aristotle, Plato, Euclid, and Pythagoras. My name suggests I have something to do with the earth by way of measurements. I am a branch of mathematics. Yes. Which of you? Sheriff?
Mensuration.
No. I continue. In my basic form, I am concerned with points, lines, and planes.
Who said?
Geometry.
Which of you? Yes, Portia.
Geometry.
You're right. That was the fifth and final clue, 3 points. I am a hydrocarbon. I am fully saturated. I have a straight backbone. The number of carbons in my molecule is an odd number, which is also a square of an odd prime number. Yes, Sheriff.
No name.
You're right. That was the fourth clue, 3 points. Last riddle. I am a globe-shaped structure. I am surrounded by a socket. My name means to measure or estimate roughly by sight. I am also used to refer to an overhead light fixture that is mounted on a swivel in a recessed socket so the light can be directed in any direction. I am covered externally by the eyelids. I am the ball-shaped capsule. No. Who rang? Oforipanin, which of you, please? Portia?
The retina.
Oh, dear me. No. So I'm continuing for you, right? I am the ball-shaped capsule containing the vertebrate eye. Who am I? Yes, Sheriff?
The socket.
Oh, dear. Anyone? Okay, I guess this is my own question then. I am the eyeball. That's the end of round 5. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Oforipanin Senior High School has 30 points. Damango Senior High School has 42 points. Presbyterian Secondary Technical School Aburi has 52 points. Oforipanin Senior High School, thank you for being here with us. All the best to you. Damango Senior High School, thank you for being here as well. You did your best. Unfortunately, Presbyterian was too much today. Best wishes to you. Presbyterian Secondary Technical School, Aburi, congratulations on winning the contest. Viewers, thank you for joining us for this very exciting first contest of the 1A stage of competition. Next time, we'll bring you St. Augustine's College, Akwamuman Senior High School, and Pope John Senior High School, Koforidua. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly produced by Primetime Limited and sponsored by the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools and supported by RMG Ghana Limited, GTP, Duncan Beats, Prisma Beats, and Shitopak with City FM, Pulse.com.gh, and Stimulus being our media partners. Thank you once again for joining us for this contest and see you next time. Bye.